So what you were talking about was ambition and how...
Well, I think it's very good of them to think of trying to weed out the clever ones, but what they should have done, and I don't blame them for not knowing it, but what they should have done would have introduced maybe one lesson a week or something, called it something, I don't know what you would call it, where you talk to the people about, things they might do in life, or, something sort of stimulating of what the outside world could be.
Yeah.
But we never had anything like that at
No,
all.
I don't think we did either.
And in fact, when we got as far as actually having to choose something, my mom, God, Miss Moss, was it Miss Moss? Well, I think it was. And she would say, "What do you want to be, Anne?" And I'd say, "I don't know, Miss Moss." And I didn't actually talk like that, but still. And she'd say, "Would you like to be a teacher?" And of course, I used to look at them, and they were all terribly ancient. I sort of thought they were actually. They probably weren't ancient, but they looked very ancient. And I said, "I didn't think so." And then she said, "Do you want to be a nurse?" And Grandma said, she always said, "You don't want to be a nurse now, Anne, because you have to do really dirty things if you're a nurse." And then, would I like to be a civil servant, which sounded so exciting. So I sort of said no. That was the only 2-3 things they could actually say.
They didn't say about working in a shop?
No, because we were
because you were at grammar school.
Yes, they didn't.
But when I was at Lara Trait Burnham, we had no career advice at all.
No, we really didn't have any career
and
advice.
there's one teacher, and I don't know whether she was brought in, I don't remember her teaching anything, but I remember she interviewed all of us, and after talking to us and saying that, for everybody she came up with working in a shop. And we felt she must be employed by some local department store or something in Bridgewater. Because it was so weird. She just said, "I think you'd be good in a shop, Lesley."
Good God, it's scary. Well, I mean, Vivian, she said that she wanted to be a graduate and do research in sort of things. She did end up doing in geography. And they said, well, you couldn't actually do the research, but you could be an assistant. And she went to a grammar school. It wasn't as if she was some thickie who was thinking above her stations. It's just awful. And I think that was where they lost everybody, because some girls would always have dropped out, I think.
Yeah.
But a lot of us would have done if somebody never said anything to us. But they never did.
Tiniest
thing. They never did.
No, ever. And
and I can tell you, in my class, I was always in the first 3, always. Not usually first, but I was usually maybe sometimes second, and sometimes third, and what have you. And actually, Gwyneth Matthews, she did go to college. Lark did, because she was she got very old parents, and she was ever so fuddy-duddy, and she used to talk about Jemima Puddle Duck and stuff, and everybody, well, they didn't dislike her to hate her, but they just thought she was yeah. And so those 2 I think did go on to college, but I'm pretty damn sure there might have been 1 or 2 others I didn't hear about, but that's the only ones I know about. Or that was the only ones I knew about. And it just seems so silly, because they could have got, they could have got easily. They really could have. Because by the time I'd left school and realised what a mistake that was, and I applied to go to college, teacher's training, it wasn't actually, not university. And I got accepted, and then I met Dad, you see, and then I gave it up.
So are you sorry you gave it up?
Well, I am really, except that then of course I wouldn't marry Dad, but it was a bit pathetic, actually, it was really. So but I mean, there was a insurance company in town, I forgot what it's called. Oh God, nearly everybody went and worked there, in insurance company, in the office, quite a big chunk of people did that. The others, I don't know. Hilary did go on to art college. She did, although she didn't actually pass at the end, which is a shame. I think it's because her mother had just died. And then because a lot of people, got the clue up, and after they had their children, a lot of people went back to college then.
Because you were travelling.
Yeah, it was no good for me by then. I couldn't stay anywhere long enough to go to any. Because, you have to apply the year before. Yeah, no. I didn't even know where I was going to be, and then you have to have 2 to 3 years there. And I could never do it. I did think I wanted to, but I couldn't. Just couldn't. Unless I,
And the Open University never worked for you, did it?
No, not really. It wasn't your thing. No, I enjoyed the...
Foundation school.
Yeah, I did enjoy it, actually. I couldn't find anything I really wanted to do in the second year. But anyway, it was a pity because they just missed such an opportunity. They got the people together and then didn't do anything with them. It was really sad, you know. There's one or two you see, not I hardly ever see anybody, but you know there are one or two around. They have a what do you call it, a reunion. And Hilary and I went once or twice, but we got really fed up with them. Well, we didn't hardly remember them. Well, Hilary remembered them better than I did. What?
We'll see if it's taken, but it looks like it is.
Oh.
I probably messed it up now.
Well, you probably can't get a lot on there, can you?
I don't know. I've no idea. Well, that's a stupid thing I brought all the way from America.
Yes, I got quite strong views on it because it was a pity. It was a waste. But as you see, I have to say, that my father never encouraged me to go to college.
No.
I think they would have loved me to have gone to college. But I never actually remember them saying, "Now, Anne, have you thought about going to college?"
So when you got close to leaving school, they had nothing to say about that?
Not really. Because it was stupid that having my birthday at the wrong time, and then of course I got bolshy and wanted to, because I was clever. If I needed another year at school, I wouldn't have minded so much, but I didn't. I could so easily have gone, and because my birthday was the 21st September, and there was this cut-off one, I think it was the 8th. How could you do that, really? But they did. For everything, including civil service exams.
So just a second, so when did you decide you were going to leave school? Like at the end of that summer term?
Well, everybody who was leaving left when they were 16 at the end of the summer. GCSE, it was O-level then. But I had to stay on, and then I left immediately I'd done that. I was in the lower 6 because I didn't have to go through doing O-levels again because I got them all anyway.
Well, because they had A-levels.
Oh, we had A-levels.
But you,
I remember
but you weren't thinking...
Going. No, I wasn't thinking.
No, I mean, you weren't like, oh, I'd like to, because you always loved English. I mean, English was your best subject.
Well, actually, yeah, I did love English, and I would have done English, and my English teacher liked me, and I always remember putting a little bar of chocolate on when I was doing the AO, or what it was, the one between...
Do they have that?
Yeah.
We didn't have that when I did it. We just had O-levels and A-levels.
Or whatever it was, she put a little bar of chocolate on. No, she was nice, because I think I was a star pupil, and I loved English, and... You know, it must have been nice for her to have somebody who did, actually.
Yeah.
But I did wasted it. You see, I just wasted it. Well, look at me. It can't have just been, you know, me or the girls that I knew. I mean, look at Dad. His mother never said anything to him. I mean, she didn't know what to do any more than my parents knew what to do. And he got into Allen Glens. He was obviously clever, but he didn't do anything when he was there. He can't even remember taking exams. I mean, for a long time, he didn't know he'd taken any. And then he found a bit of paper. But, you know, he didn't bother, and he didn't care, and he just drifted his way through. And then he left.
So how old was he now? The same thing?
Yeah, he was 16, I think. And he went and did a dead-end
job.
So
given that happened to you and Daddy, and you had all of those years bringing up children, so did you get together and say, we're not going to do that to our children. We're going to give them ambition. We're going to show them. So how did it affect your parenting? How did your parenting, your mum and dad, affect you as a parent?
Well, I think we did give you ambition.
No, I'm just thinking. Like,
I can't really remember me saying, I'm going to do it.
You're going to say, you're saying Grandma and Grandpa didn't have any ambition for you. And they were just happy that you were happy.
I'm not saying they didn't have any, but they didn't seem to know how to express it.
Yeah. So did you have ambition for us three?
Well, I just assumed you'd all go to college. Although Stuart was never as clever as you two.
But, I mean, did you have ambition more particular than just more and more education?
No, we should have had, but you see, I mean, we didn't, and that's the trouble with Sheila went and did Russian because she didn't know what to do. She could do any of the subjects, and I didn't know what to tell her. I think it was even me that helped me. Who said, "Oh, Russian sounds interesting." Oh, James. I mean, I didn't know. She didn't seem to know what she wanted to do.
Well, many people don't. I mean, who does? I mean, who does? I think that's actually a real problem right now.
Oh, it's always a problem.
Yeah, there's lots of problems, but...
No, I said it was always a problem.
But, what's it called? Next door. One of the kids next door. Reed. He said to me one night, because of course they've got everything they could possibly want. Everything. I mean, they can go to any college, they can study. Yeah. So, he said to me one night, he said, I really don't know what I want to do. And he said, and everybody says to me, just follow your passion. But he said, I don't have a passion.
No.
So what am I
Hardly
supposed to
anybody
do?
has a
Everybody
passion.
says, and I say that to my students all the time. They all feel guilty because they don't have a passion. I mean, how are you
No, you
supposed to know
can't.
when you're 18?
No.
Some people do, of course,
Well, yes.
but most of us don't. And some of us never develop a passion for anything in particular. But I mean, I'm just thinking that when we went off to college, when Sheila and I went to university, it wasn't the most common thing for people to do.
No, it wasn't.
So when we went, you thought, oh, well, they're clever, so that's probably what they should do. But did you think about other things, or try to encourage us to do other things? I can't imagine what.
No, I didn't. I thought university.
Because I think
was the
these
thing to
days,
do.
everybody assumes that everybody's going to go to university.
Turning up a bit nasty.
But
Well,
But there are so
I
many
think that's
other
wrong.
things,
I
yeah.
think that's wrong. But there's so many choices now. There wasn't all that much. You know, I think about what people do now. I'm just amazed. Most of what they do, I don't even know what it is.
yeah, I have no idea what it is.
So you see,
Event
it's so
planner.
different now. So different.
Music manager.
Yeah. But I mean, you seen Jim was just the same.
Yeah,
He didn't know what he wanted to do. He did
biology.
No, I think it wasn't just biology. It was something like marine biology or something like that. I mean, he never even applied for anything in that, so let alone did it. It was just that he was quite good at it at school. So I expect the teacher said, "Well, you're quite good at that," or something. Or he knew he was quite good at that.
Well, also I wonder
But
with
he didn't
him
have
whether
enough-
it was.
I mean, Kate, she went to.
She did French, didn't she?
No.
She went to UWE.
No, Kate did.
Didn't she go to the University of West of England? But anyway,
Well, I don't know. She did.
she did social work in the
Yes,
end.
she did social work, but then she was a social work for
Hospice, like
yeah,
elderly.
that's right. No, not elderly, just
Hospice.
Then she changed and she did another one, or else it was she did another one and then she did that. I can't remember, but she did two because she decided what she'd done wasn't really what she wanted to do, so she did another one. Which I'm not sure you can do that now. Certainly wouldn't be getting your help doing it, but
No.
then you don't get any help doing anything.